Today we're making our own cooking oil. Rather, I want to render lard from fat pork. Then we can use it for cooking, you can use it for making soap, you can use it to make lotion for your hands or whatever. Is really good. And in these harsh economic times, you want to know how to make as much of your everything as possible. So the first thing I'm doing is to cut up my pork fat, okay? Get a closer look. So they say the best part to get your fat from would be the fat that is around the kidneys, but I'm going with the fat that is under the skin. I'm going with any sort of pork fat that I have because I'm trying to make the most of this. I would normally throw this out, guys, but I'm glad that I found a way that I can use it that's beneficial. I've been hesitating with making this lard because I wasn't sure whether it's healthy or not. You know the way they used to say, oh, it's so terrible for you. Apparently, that lie has now been demystified. It's full of vitamin D, it's full of selenium, it's full of so many nice qualities and chemicals and minerals that are good for our bodies. It's definitely way better than vegetable oil any day. And yeah, I'm excited to be making something that is healthy for my family and also making it from scraps that would normally have thrown away. So the first thing to do is to just chop it up into really tiny pieces. I have quite a lot of pork fat here, so it's going to take me a while, but after I've done that, I'll show you what to do next. It's very important to cut your pork pieces into very small sizes, very small pieces, so that the process will go a lot faster and then you will get more lard. When they're big, it takes a bit long for them to melt, so just make them as small as you can. In case you're wondering, this pork lard will not make your food taste like pork, especially if you do it right, if it doesn't burn. Okay, so sometimes when it burns if it burns, it's going to taste porky. But if it's just made at a really low heat and comes out really pure and white and all that, it has almost zero taste and zero smell. So I'm done cutting up my pork. I think in this whole recipe, this is the hardest part because I have to cut really small pieces, but I'm done. Now I'm going to take these small pieces of pork, put them in a heavy bottomed pan if you have one, and then I'm going to put it on the fire, very low heat. It's going to render and cook for at least 2 hours. I'll be stirring every 15 minutes, but the thing is we have to make the fire to be quite low so that we don't burn our oil, okay? So let's do this. Thankfully, there's a match. I'm doing this during the World Cup, so Portugal are about to go head-to-head with Switzerland, so I'll have enough to keep me occupied as I'm rendering my pork fat, okay? As we said, just make sure your heat is very low, because the lower the heat, the whiter and purer your lard will be. So very low heat. It's a game of patience, by the way. So you have to make sure you use a wooden spoon and just keep stirring every 15 minutes and then we'll strain it. I'll show you guys. So one thing I forgot to say when we were starting is that we also need to put about a half a cup of water into the pork bits when you're putting them into the fire, because this keeps it from burning in the beginning. But of course the water is all going to melt. So let me show you where we have reached so far. We're about an hour in and it looks like this. I've completely reduced the fire to the lowest setting. So as you can see, they've shrunk a bit. The pork bits are starting to get a bit shiny. That means the oil is coming out. Oh, I had put a timer to help me remember to check on it. And as you can see, we already have quite a bit of lard that has come out. So part of me is tempted to just first remove all this, and I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to strain out this part and then just leave the pork bits to continue rendering slowly, and this will be This will make it go faster, okay? So let's first remove this. We put it back to the 5. Still about actually an hour or 2 to go of rendering. But so far for the first hour, this is good progress. I already have my strainer here, so it's going to make it much easier. That's our first LARD, our first rendering. Let me take it back, and then we put this in a proper container. Probably should have strained it into a container, but well, you know. Yay! So I have ended up with 2 containers of lard from about 2 kilograms of pork fat. But as you can see, the second one is a bit brown. It got a bit burnt. Okay. At some point I got tired. I got distracted by a football match, or I don't know what. So the second one got a bit burnt, but it's nice so you can see the difference between lard that is made at a very low heat and one, if you burn it, this is how it turns out. I also ended up with these delicious cracklings. Those are the tiny pieces of pork that are left. They're hard and crunchy. And the kids and I really are just enjoying just munching on them. Or you can sprinkle them on your salads. You can use them as croutons in your soup. They are really, if you have chicken by there, you can give them. Your chicken could love to eat them. I don't know, but they're really amazing. I hope you have found this helpful. I'm really happy with how it turned out. If you want to learn how to make your own peanut butter or many other products in the home, we have a lot of videos. I'll put a playlist here and I'll see you over there. Bye.